Ja, ja, alles klar. Die Deutschen sind wunderbar. Germany taking on Curaçao. Their opening World Cup campaign. Can the Germans get off to the best possible start? Can they put a bunch of goals past the Dutch-infused Curaçaoians? Well, we're getting into it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at Germany up against Curaçao, that's right, over in Group E. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want to for Blackburn Rovers World Cup predictions, that's right. As we look forward to Germany, open up their account up against Curaçao over in Texas. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. Big shout out to my members and the patrons. You know who you are. Your one-stop shop for the World Cup is right here. Make sure you smash the like. We're looking at 48 likes, guys. Can we get 48 likes for this video? One for each and every one of the nations coming at you at this World Cup. That's right. So that is that. Let's get into it then. Of course, looking forward to this game. Germany against Curaçao. The NRG Stadium over in Texas. That's right. Germany looking pretty good. Form book-wise. 5 wins on the bounce here. Of course, Curaçao coming into this. Just the one win in the last 5 for them. Not great form. Looking forward to this. But let's take a look at how we got to the stage with both these nations, starting with Germany, who qualified as UEFA Group A winners, securing their spot on the 17th of November, 2025. They've been here 21 times in total. Again, Germany has a bit of a checkered history. We all know that. Of course, West Germany, Germany, East Germany, all that kind of business. 21 times as a sort of a nation, whether it's West Germany or not. Anyway, last time around, 2022, currently on a 19 streak. Best ever was a 4-time winners, 54, 74, 90, and 14. We're overdue, guys. We are overdue a victory. Come on, Germany. Bring on bad boy home. Meanwhile, manager Julian Nagelsmann coming at you right here and now with the captain being Joshua Kimmich. VRP Jamal Musiala, they're currently ranked 10th in the world according to FIFA. You can get odds of the Germans winning it 14-1. So they are in the mixer as contenders. Let's take a look then, shall we, at how they qualify. This is it. They did finish above the likes of the Northern Ireland and Slovakia, who, of course, had a second chance Sunday to get through to the World Cup, but ultimately couldn't get there. Germany just the one defeat. That was a one defeat against Slovakia, which means they've got kinks in their armour. It means that Germany are not the Germany of old. They are very much a raw project. And a lot of folks not even put them in the top 8, which I think is ludicrous, because Germany know what they do, and they've got a good young coach, good young team, but can they get over the line here? Well, anyway, this is the group here and now. Germany up against Curaçao first and foremost on the 14th of June. Then, of course, they take on Ivory Coast and then Ecuador. It's a difficult group. If you exclude Curaçao, no disrespect, but Curaçao, coming into this, they must know their role in this World Cup. They are one of the chief whipping boys. There's a handful of them. If you look at New Zealand, you look at Jordan, perhaps. Maybe Jordan has a bit more clout, but Cape Verde, a lot of teams, there's a handful of them that are going to get tonked. And I think Curaçao, no disrespect, you're going to get tonked a couple games here. But here, you're all about the moment, and then let's enjoy it. This is the most important game, believe it or not, for Germany. In fact, it's the most important game for everybody in this group against Curaçao. And that's what I think Curaçao need to go with. They've got to ride on that. Everyone's expecting to get a result. And that's what I think Curaçao need to get themselves in. And we'll talk about them in a minute, in fact. But anyway, I'm expecting Germany to go all out on this one, get the 3 points. Then it's all about momentum. 3 points should be enough to get through. And again, if Germany put a few goals in, that'll strengthen their goal difference as well, which put them in grand old situation. But let's take a look then at the personnel invested in this one. Now, this is as a disclaimer in here. We've got Manuel Neuer between the sticks. He is back. Lastminute.com, of course, Baumann is pissed. He was looking like to be the number 1, but you're going with experience. So Jonathan Tah at the back, Rudiger as well. Kimmich, Goretzka, Musiala. We've got Florian Wirtz as well. Angolo Stiller. So Leonard Carl has been removed. Can I cross him out? There has been a replacement, of course, brought in, but a shocking injury for Leonard Carl sees him out of this World Cup, which is a shame. But he was a youngster. He's got many World Cups coming at you. And up top, likes of Havertz, Walter Mada, Undarf, and more. So that's, of course, the squad. But what about the lineup? Well, this is how I see it. We've got Neuer between the sticks, Brown at the back here, Schlotterbeck, Tah, Kimmich, Gross, Goretzka, Wirtz, Musiala, Sane, and Walter Mada up top. Before we take a deep dive into this match, I'm going to hand you over to Eddie to talk about the Fanatics storefront for Blackburn Overseas. And Dirk, thanks again. Yes, we are always thinking here at Blackburn Overseas, and this summer is no different. We've got a brand new storefront, courtesy of Fanatics, our new partner. Big shout out to those guys. Link to that storefront is in the description down below. It also, hopefully, fingers crossed, should be on the screen right about now. Of course, we've got merchandise for Blackburn Rovers, official merchandise that is, World Cup as well. We've got all the good stuff. Make sure to check it out. If you're a sports fan, Fanatics is the place to be. Check that sucker out. Of course, every purchase you do helps the channel in some way, somehow, of course. But until then, it's back to Dirk in the studio. Quick look at the Curaçaoans then coming into this. They qualify as CONCACAF third round Group B winners, of course. So that's a huge statement of intent there by Curaçao. They qualified on the 18th of November 2025. This is their first tournament, the debutants, of course. They're managed by Fred Rutten, but that's now changed back to Dick Advocat, who returns, which does give him a bit more clout, I think, in this tournament than it did before. I think coming into this with Fred Rutten in the helm would have been very much underwhelming for the Curaçaos. They've believed in Dick Advocat. He's had to step aside for personal reasons, but he's back now at the expense of Fred Rutten. Meanwhile, captain is Leonardo Bacuna, the VIP being Junior Bacuna, their brothers, instigating a lot of the drive here for the Curaçaos. They are 82nd according to the world rankings, and of course underdogs here. They are the worst backed side, 3,501 to lift the trophy. That is Curaçao. They did come here though, pulling a lot of punches here, of course, finishing top of the group, which included the likes of Bermuda, Trinidad Tobago, and Jamaica. Both of those two nations there, previous World Cup qualifiers back in the past. So kudos to Curaçao for joining the Caribbean qualifiers in the history books. Meanwhile, looking at the run of play here, Curaçao have got Germany first and foremost. We're talking about it right now, and it's Ecuador. And then, of course, the Ivory Coast. And again, the VIP game for me, for them, is the last one. It's the last one on the docket. It is a free hit. And I said it already in the other video, Ecuador against Ivory Coast. Everyone's putting their faith or their belief in beating Curaçao, getting those 3 points, which should be enough to get through to the knockout stages. That's it. So Curaçao have got 3 free hits here to be defensive football, trying to frustrate sides along the way to maybe nick a goal, a 1-0 victory, a penalty, a little bit of a fluke result. It can happen. They've got 3 attempts to do it. They've started with the most difficult, I think, against Germany. And then they've got 2 other free hits. And don't get me wrong, there is an understanding or a possibility that we could see Curaçao get that result. Because world football is bizarro world, and these are the guys that are going to be looking to do that. The likes of Ileroy Room at the back. We've got Joshua Barret with Sambo as well in the mixer, and of course PSV's very own Armando Opisodo. The Bacunas, of course, lead the pack here, and the likes of Gemini Armatonsi up top with Kenji Gora as well, Santi Hansen, a couple of familiar names, Tahiti Chong as well for the Curaçaos. Let's take a look then at the starting 11 then for this match. We've got room between the sticks. We've got Florianus at the back there. We've got Van Ojma, Agari, and Samba making up a back 4. We've got Rotamero, Gomisina, and Bacuna in the trio. And then up top, the likes of Antinosi, Bacuna, and Tahiti Chong leading the line for Curaçao. Quick look at the squad evaluations then for this match. Germany, 773 million euros for their squad. The Curaçao just 28 million. Of course, one player even obliterates that for Curaçao. They're valued a slightly younger squad for Curaçao. And again, all 26 of the players play outside the nation of Curaçao as well. Quick look at the public opinion. 77% think Germany will win this group. Curaçao underdog 6%, with Ecuador and Ivory Coast kind of duking it out there for second place. If you are a dreamer like me, this is the pathway for Germany to the final. Actually, in fact, I've got this a little bit hinky. I've got this as third place, so it should be first. But regardless, if they are to finish third, this is how they would get there. As for Curaçao, this is more like it. If they are to somewhat finish third, which is not that hard. They just need 1 win, 3 draws, and you might just do it. Then they'll take on the Mexicans, more than likely, in the round of 32. And again, you just don't know with that game. And then, of course, it just gets a little bit difficult. But the computer does not imagine a scenario where Curaçao get to the semi-finals. It is just incomputable, if you like. Quick look at the public opinion for this vote. 87% think Germany will win it. Curaçao just the 10%. The draw is at 3% here and now. So that's what the public opinion. What about the bookmakers? The bookmakers 33-1 on for Germany to win this game. It is a red hot favourites for Germany. 18-1 is the draw. 40-1 long shots is Curaçao. If you want to make money, put a quid on that. You just don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think Germany will win this game. I think they need to get the momentum moving, get the fans believing, whether they're watching in the stadiums or around the world. Just get the buzz going for Germany to showcase you that we are something special. If we put a fantastic result down here, then I think the world will start to take notice. Because, like I said, a lot of people putting Germany outside the top 8. But I think they're going to put a 6-goal piece, 6-pack here, a 6-pack of beer, 6-pack of goals to put themselves on the spotlight and get everybody talking about Germany in this World Cup. Again, Curaçao is Curaçao. Butchers, bakers, the candlestick makers. It's fine. But again, they have 3 attempts to get that result. I think for Curaçao's mindset is to make sure the defeat is not this big. And maybe get themselves a 2-0 defeat or something like that to give themselves a chance in those other games in this group. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. That, of course, is my prediction. Let me know yours, of course, in the comments. The best and the worst will be featured in the review show when, of course, we come back to talk about this result. Of course, if you want to look at some other predictions made by myself at the channel, we've got the cat prediction. We've also got the ones made by a bunch of ping pong balls. Make sure you check those out as well. Link should be on the screen right about now. But until then, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. We're done.